So how can you adjust the front suspension on your Harley Sport Glide, or for that matter, any of the new Softails? I'll tell you all about it inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're enjoying the channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave loads of comments below, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So in this video I'm talking about suspension settings. Now this is not really a how-to video because to actually adjust the suspension on the Softails, you've got the 2 or 3 variations depending on the Softail model. Of course, you can check that out in the owner's manual. But on my Sport Glide, you see you've got the little dial here, the preload here, adjuster. And basically all you're doing is resetting that tension there for the weight. So the more weight you carry, obviously you just adjust it, and then the owner's manual will give you that information, what is the correct setting. The problem I have with the Sport Glide is that all it's doing is effectively on the front, you're acting as a pivot. So you're adjusting the rear suspension, but the front suspension isn't being adjusted, so it acts as a pivot. Lots of other bikes have adjustable front suspension, so you can adjust the preload. In fact, Harley didn't really do that for the longest time, so actually lots of other companies have made front fork preload adjusters. What you do, you just take the front cap, top cap off of there, you know, on the Harley models like Sportsters, Diners, that kind of thing. Well, you jack up the bike, take the load off the front forks, take off the caps, replace those with adjusters, and then you can adjust the preload tension according to what your weight is, but also the kind of road and the kind of ride that you want, whether you want a harder ride or a softer ride, so on and so forth. The problem is with these are upside down forks as well on the Sport Glide, so there isn't a lot of potential to do that. Now I've contacted Harley, and so far they've had a search around for companies like Burley, like Street Merchants, like Roland Sands, who do these adjusters, these front fork preload adjusters, to see if anybody's doing anything for this, or if there's a mechanism which you can adjust them. So far there isn't. So this is something for the future to be thinking about. So all I would say is, when you adjust your preload on the rear, always remember you're not adjusting the front. So you've got to be aware of that. You've got to be aware that you're basically just pivoting then, or changing the pivot point on the front a little bit. We're talking minute fractions here, but it can make a difference if you're not too careful. Okay, so that's why you're adjusting the weight on the back, or the preload tension on the back, so that you can avoid things like tank slappers or a loose front end, especially if you're heavy on the rear. That's what you want to do. But you still might get it because you haven't got that ability to adjust the front. Now, there is an alternative to this, of course. You can get completely different shocks, rear shock and springs for the Sport Glide as well. And that will change, obviously, the ride as well. But they are one set. Once you put them in, they are set. That's it. I'm talking about making them adjustable. So far, as of yet, there's no adjusting on them. So here's a question for you guys. Sport Glide riders or Softail riders, you know, the new Softail riders with the M8 engine. Is there a way to adjust the tension or the settings on the front forks? Is there something in the market that can be developed? Is there a way that we can actually all collectively come together and start thinking of ways of maybe being able to adjust that? Some people like to adjust them, some people don't. I'm not saying the rights or wrongs, whether you should be able to adjust them or not, but it would be nice to have the option. It'd be nice to know, so while you're adjusting the rear, maybe you should be able to adjust the front as well. Anyway, open for discussion. Let's talk about it. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Please like, share, subscribe. Check out the website, and, well, catch you on the next video. Ta-da.
RevelatorAlf.